You seen him pulling up. You seen Rashford pulling up. You seen Lukaku. You like, oh, this black trio looking kind of good, bro. Almost made me turn into a Man U fan.
We're drafting our most overrated Manchester United front three of all time, and I got the first pick, and I'm taking Adnan Januzaj, bro.
Yo, Januzaj. Oh my gosh, fam.
I'm a City fan, and I became a City fan when I was like 10 because all my friends were United fans, and I was like, this sucks. I don't want to support the same team as everybody else. I was playing FIFA. I found out there was another Manchester team. I was like, these are my guys. When I was a kid, my biggest villains were the Dallas Cowboys, the Miami Heat, and anybody who played for Manchester United. One of my most hated Manchester United players as a kid was Adnan Januzaj, bro. He bothered me so much. They talked about him like he was going to be like Belgian Neymar, like he was next up, whatever.
I never really thought he was that OD like that. I think it was during that dark era with the David Moyes coming and like Sir Alex, so they just needed somebody to hype up.
Now, the highlight tapes, you would think, this guy's going to ball out.
You'd like go on, he'd have like the transfer market YouTube videos about him.
Exactly.
And it would be like, Adnan Januzaj, the next Neymar, whatever. Nah, man.
I agree.
No.
Bro, my most overrated, number one, Jadon Sancho, bro. Even before Jadon Sancho went to Manchester United, I could tell, like, he didn't have the breakaway pace to get past defenders in the Premier League. Like, you could kind of tell, like, from a player that you're watching, you're like, bro, guys in the Prem aren't really going to go for this, the type of league that it is. Kind of like with Antony as well. I just saw it with Sancho. I was like, yo, I don't think he has the pace that Manchester United really think he has to truly be a star there.
Yeah.
And I just knew it wasn't going to work out from the beginning. I had a feeling, bro. Jadon Sancho's just not that guy. And for me, like, he really struggled at Manchester United because he just didn't fit.
He's so much not that guy that Chelsea's willing to pay a fee to not even keep him. They send him back. So, listen, bro, my thing with Jadon Sancho is freedom, right? Freedom. You got your freedom. Get out of here then. For me, I'm going to start hot. People might hate me for this one, but just in terms of people who they call him a legend and all that, I don't think he gets that status, is Anthony Martial.
Oh my gosh.
The reason I want to say Anthony Martial is because people talk, first of all, the next Henry. Also, people have nostalgia from like that Liverpool debut goal, and they think he's already, you know what I'm saying?
Because, the commentator was on y'all side. The commentator was going insane. Oh my God,
Martial!
Yeah.
Nah, but my point with that is like, okay, cool, like he had some good moments, whatever, but you're a striker for Man United for, bro, almost like 10 years, and he broke 20 goals once in all comps. And people talk about him like he deserves a statue at times. Like, listen, he obviously fell off a little bit more towards the end, but overrated in my opinion. Like the way some people talk in the fan base about how Martial was like this class, I don't know. Breaking 20 goals one time as a Man United striker, you're not gonna, you can't be a legend in my book. And you never won a Prem, stuff like that. So love Martial, but I think people talk a little bit too highly of him.
Oh, for sure.
That's my opinion.
For sure, I have to agree with that, bro. I thought Anthony Martial was gonna be one of them guys. Like you seen him pulling up. You seen Rashford pulling up. You seen Lukaku. You like, oh, this black trio looking kind of good, bro. Almost made me turn into a Man U fan.
Second pick for me, Radamel Falcao. Yeah. Okay. I think he's a class player. I like him a lot. I think he's one of those like streets won't forget type of guys.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think that the way that he was glazed, for lack of a better word, as a United player, far surpassed how good he actually was on the field for Manchester United. I pick him second.
For me, it's gonna have to be Weghorst, bro. I feel like, I remember Manchester United be like, wow, we have this guy, he can hold up the ball. He's going to be excellent coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fam, it's Weghorst, gang. Like, surely you don't really think he's that great at holding the ball up. Like, bro, Weghorst for me, like, was mid, bro. Like, he had no business playing for a club like Manchester United, in my opinion. But I feel like Manchester United was so desperate for a striker, someone to just come in, that just said, let's put up a 6'6" guy up top. Let him hold that.
That's what we do, though. We gas up our signings.
Yeah.
I agree, though. He was overhyped at the beginning. I would say, though, towards the end, everyone's like, all right, we don't need you no more.
You need to help out. Yeah.
But my second pick, I'm going to stay strong, bro. I'm going to start hot. I was going to say this for third, but let's get at it. Marcus Rashford.
Oh, yeah!
Rashford.
Yes.
Listen, bro, Marcus Rashford, bro. I love the guy. I really do. Because like literally growing up, that's like my legend. Like if you think about it, bro, he was been there the whole time. But people talking about legend. I put a poll up one time in my story. I said, with him leaving now, is Rashford, based off what he did, a legend? 75% said yes, he's a Man United legend. And I look back, and that's when I was like, all right, he's overrated, because if 75% of people think that a guy who never won a Premier League, won like 2 Carabao Cups, 2 FA Cups, and that's pretty much a Europa League, he won Europa League, that's a legend when you already have like legendary players, Man United. They're talking about building a statue and no trap. Nah. Listen, Rashford balled out a couple seasons, but roller coaster at Man United. Some seasons he was hot, other seasons, he barely broke 10 goals. So it's like, in my opinion, the way some fans talk about him, oh, we want him back from Aston Villa, he's the best thing that happened. Nah, he's class, but definitely overrated by some fans.
That is a very good take. I love that take.
The thing about Rashford, bro, is because you've seen so much at a young age, right? Same with Martial. Like, these guys, they all had that similar thing where, like, bro, for like a season or two, like, you really thought they were gonna be world beaters.
Exactly.
But the fact that Rashford's at Aston Villa right now
That
just
tells you
always
enough.
throws me off.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
whenever
it
I
does.
see the Villa,
It does.
when I see him in the Villa kit, I'm like, bro, this doesn't even look right.
Yeah, I think he's a good player, and he seems like a really good dude as well. I feel like he gets way overhated on,
sure.
especially in the British press, which is what they do best.
Don't get me wrong, he had crazy seasons, but
You're right.
not consistent enough to be a legend. That's my point.
Right.
That's
Like,
my
was he the
point.
best player in the world at his position? No.
Never.
No.
My third pick, Memphis Depay. Man.
Oh my gosh,
He
bro,
came
Memphis.
in, and this is a problem I think that happens to everybody who signs for United, even now, even after years of struggle and strife, is that they bring somebody on and it's like, this is gonna be the guy. Like, you guys aren't ready. This is the dude who turns everything around. Like, we're gonna go back to being one of the biggest clubs in the world. We're gonna go back to having all this league success, Champions League success, whatever. And they bring him in for like 80 million or 90 million, 100 million, whoever the player is, and then they just jump. And it happens so many times. And I think Memphis Depay is honestly one of the biggest examples of that for me.
I feel bad for Memphis, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. I feel like at Manchester United, like, he did get a lot of hate, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he was a young player. I remember when Wayne Rooney said that he pulled up to training in a Rolls Royce and stuff. And I'm like, bro, you pulling up to training in a car? I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're not playing well, but it's just a car, bro. You can't really tell the personality based on what a player's driving.
Sorry that I can afford the car.
What is Rooney doing off the field, bro?
Was he driving a Toyota? Like,
Yeah,
what was
on his, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, Wayne Rooney was a reckless brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? He could have been driving a Toyota Camry, but he going to the bar, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? At least Memphis showing up to the game. But at the end of the day, though, I definitely think Memphis should have did a lot better at Manchester United,
I'm
bro.
part of that problem, though, because I rated him so high.
Yeah,
I was like, bro, trust me. I gave him, like, till the last day he wore that jersey. I was like, bro, trust me. He could do it. But he never did it, and it's just sad.
It's sad.
And but he's doing his thing now. He in Brazil, living his life.
Yeah, he chilling, bro. I'm not gonna lie, in Brazil, he's the guy, bro.
Cool.
Him and Neymar, he be running the
living the
league,
life.
bro. And he's getting goals, he's getting assists. Over there, he treating him like a god, bro. He's getting his hair braided in the hood.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
I got a couple.
you really Brazilian now.
Yeah.
You moleque, salute, bro.
Yeah, he be in the
like that.
favelas chilling with them. He good over there.
Yeah, he good over there. He's good over there for sure. For me, bro, Juan Mata, bro. I never understood how Juan Mata went from going to be one of the best center attacking midfielders, like right wing as well, at Chelsea, to literally at Manchester United. You would have never known he was on the roster, but he was there for like 8 years, bro.
I think he had some good days, though. I like Juan Mata, but I can see where you're coming from in terms of the drop off a little bit. But
bro, we're talking about that was Chelsea's number 10. That was their guy. He went to Man U and he was just all right.
now I think he did his duty with us. But to your point, definitely not the expectation or got to the level or won things that he would have won. That he should have won, to be honest, given what he did at Chelsea. I agree with that.
Absolutely.
And then my third pick, I'm gonna go Di Maria. I'm gonna choose Di Maria just because I know a couple people who said like he didn't do as bad as we think he did. I think he didn't do jack when he got to Man United.
He did as bad as we thought he did.
Yeah, and not even that. He didn't want to be there.
Nah, he didn't want to be there. When his house got robbed, it was over.
Yeah, and his wife wanted to dip. He never liked the weather. He didn't like the food. You could even see in his play. He did not want to be there.
I wouldn't like that either.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, it looked like when he was playing, bro, he looked cold out there. Like he was like, yo, I'm not used to this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's a shame because Di Maria is arguably one of the best wingers of all time. So for him to flop at Manchester United that poorly, for your fan base, you guys were probably like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, how are guys this good flopping?
What makes it worse is like when he left, he started balling again. It's like, what, bro? I guess we are the problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out a bonus pick here. I think we could probably all agree on this. Related to Di Maria, I think in a lot of ways, is Alexis Sanchez.
Oh my gosh. Alexis Sanchez was so bad at Manchester United, I literally forgot he played there.
I just think it's crazy how you could drop off. Like it's not like he went to a different league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Same
Like,
league,
it was the same league.
He's playing against the same club, same players.
club, technically. But bro, just to drop off that much, yo, when we signed Sanchez, I'm like, this is it. We are good.
400K,
bro.
Got a nice striker from, stole him right from Arsenal. I think it was a swap deal for Mkhitaryan.
Yeah.
And bro, didn't do. I remember one game that Alexis Sanchez played well. It was the Man City game away when Pogba scored. He had 2 assists that game, I believe. After that, nothing. And then apparently he went to Manchester United and said, after the first day, he asked his agent if he could go back to Arsenal. It's crazy, bro.
That gets me thinking, bro. Like, too many star players went out there and didn't succeed. It makes me question. I think
that's
now they're
gotta
getting
be,
better.
man.
They're fixing some stuff, but you gotta look at these names that we just named, bro, and not
These are
succeeding.
ballers.
I
bro.
don't even know what it could be because it's like a place where good talent like goes to die recently.